Bases are always needed on ARK, so we proudly present our 1x, 5x, and 10x base designs on ARK. Right before this video gets started, I just wanted to say that our servers have over 1,500 members already, and our website ocrk.com is now live, and purchases are now able to be purchased on the website, which is great. We have no pay to win. Here's all the stats here. We have our Discord in the description down below, and we hopefully can make it to 2,000 with your help. But anyways, the server releases on June 4th. Hope to see you there. And coming at number 3, we have our 1x design, which also works on official servers, believe it or not. A lot of you guys have been wanting an official base design from us, so here it is. Pretty simple, pretty basic, mainly for any tribes that are on official, that aren't massive mega tribes on ARK. This is a pretty basic base. Everything, there are a few clipping issues that may look like it's unofficial, but everything is on official, as you can see in the building part of this video whenever we go into it. But as you can see, you got your indie forges, your grinder. I decided to put 2 electrical generators instead of 1, so then if one genny goes down, you have a backup in the other corner of the base. You have 3 fabricators, 3 chem benches. Here's your other generator right here. And then you have some refrigerators, some vaults, some interior turrets, basically everything you need for a crafting station. And then you come upstairs to the second level. The second level has 3 more vaults right here, a little cage area, a nice big logout area, small refrigerators, a cooker, a grill, 3 more fabricators for crafting ARB or something like that. Actually 4 more, sorry. And then you have a vault wall right here with all your good loot in it. And this is basically the full base design. It's not that hard to make. And then here, let's go up to the ceiling first. And as you can see, you can access all your turrets pretty easily. The bottom ones down below, you're gonna need to use a grapple or jump down onto. You have your X seeds, those things that catch water. I still forgot their name. But here we have a little quick craft in the back of the base. Just hop up here. You can access your indie forges and your grinder from these doors right here, which is actually very convenient. Craft all your stuff outside your base or inside. You get to pick, it's up to you. But let's move on to number 2. Coming at number 2, we have our 5x design. Sorry about the frame issues, as you can see with the clouds in the background. I don't know what it is. It's just something about this map that we cannot figure out. I will do my best to try to find a new map or something so then this frame drop does not keep happening. But anyways, as you can see, kind of like the last one, this one has an airlock, but this one is actually a compact design for a 3 to 5 man tribe, I'd say. It's nice, you can just go in, craft your stuff, use your vaults, basically everything that you would really need, and then get right back out. Then you come up to the second layer. We decided to use a ladder, as it's more effective for compact base designs. We decided to put our generator up top and put it right here. Then we have all your basic stuff that you need: a grill, your cooker, refrigerators, nice little vault wall right here, a grinder, some cryo refrigerators, and that's really about all that you really need. The cool part about this design is we actually decided to put the indie forge on the exterior of the base. So it is actually on the roof, and don't mind me, I actually forgot to place ladders here, so I kind of just flew up, so don't mind that, you can put ladders down afterwards. But I decided to put 2 indie forges on top, and using S+ on most things, you can actually transfer it into your base. But anyways, let's move on to number 1. And finally, coming at number 1, we have our 10x base design. This is by far one of my most favorite designs, as I've actually used a similar one like this on an unofficial server, except the interior is way different. The exterior is almost the exact same, but this interior is probably one of the most unique interiors I've ever done. It's a brand new one. I just kept throwing stuff together until something worked out, and it's actually pretty nice. This one you could really have up to 20-25 people in here if you really want, but it's mainly meant for a 10x server, so you're probably not going to have too many people on here. But the cool part about this is we actually have our tech genny hidden underneath the stairs where you cannot actually see it, and it is sitting on the floor. It's not even sitting on a foundation or anything. You have all your basic stuff, nice little vault wall, as you don't really need a massive vault wall for this. Got your replicators, some deady storages, your main crafting station. Then you come up to the second layer. I decided to use a giant trapdoor. Then this is a nice little area just to come hang out and, maybe raise some dinos, leave them up here in this area. And then you have 5 personal rooms that are each 2x2s, which are very nice. And then you come inside here, and this is your hatchery. I decided to put the hatchery in the corner, as this would be way too big for a personal room, and I didn't really know what else to put there. So I just went ahead and put that. Cool part about this is, even with all these personal rooms, there's still a 1x2 area up here, which I guess I completely forgot to go over. But it actually has cryo refrigerators in the top, and yeah, I don't know why I skipped that. I just completely forgot about it. But anyways, here's the exterior of the base. Very nice setup, very easy to work with. But anyways, let's move on to the designs. Let's begin by building a 7x7 foundation base. Next, go ahead and build walls. Only do 1 layer for now. And then we're going to be placing a total of 3 double doors down here, which I will show you where we'll do that in a minute. So now come to the back side of your base, where you're going to have your indie forges, and place one right here. Mess that up a little bit. And then go ahead and put 1 more over here on, I believe it is this one right here. So go ahead and place another double door there, and then on the front, make sure to put a double door also on the front of the base, so that you can get in and out like this. I went ahead and did a airlock on the front. Next, I went ahead and did some walls here, and then went ahead and did a 1x1 over here in each corner of the base. We're going to have 2 generators in here, just in case one of them gets damaged. You have a backup to also power the whole base. Next, go ahead and place 2 industrial forges on the back side of the base, like so. Now go ahead and place an industrial grinder right next to them, like so. Just make sure that it's not poking out, so then they cannot be damaged on the outside. Next, go ahead and place 2 smithies right here. Now we're going to go ahead and place 3 chem benches along here, and then also 3 fabricators up to the indie forge. Make sure you have enough room, because it is a little tricky to get them all in here, but it does work. Now go ahead and place your generators in each 1x1. The wiring for this is a little tricky, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You basically just want to hide your wires as much as possible, but also power all the turrets on the base. So I went ahead and connected it. I will show you a little bit on how I did all that. And now go ahead and build the walls 1 more high, and then go ahead and put a ceiling on each of these 1x1s. The reason why we are not connecting it to the second floor is if somebody breaks into one of these 1x1s, then they can actually outline a sight all the turrets and then go up to the second story without even having to deal with any turrets or anything. So that is why we always put it 1 foundation down. But now go ahead and build your ceilings on the top here. Leave a little air opening over here so we can put the stairs to go up to the second layer. And now go ahead and build your stairs like this. Pretty simple design, and it works very efficiently. And now come to the top layer and now do 3 more layers of walls on the top. Once you have that done, go ahead and put ceilings on it, and then you're done with the whole outline of the base. Now it's time for the interior. So I went ahead and hid my wires in the pillars over here, which is actually a little tricky to get, but once you figure it out, it's very easy. And now come to your bottom layer and go ahead and place the vaults down here next to your front entrance. On the opposite side, go ahead and place some refrigerators. Now go under the stairs and place a preserving bin, 2 preserving bins, and 1 feeding trough, like this. Now come up top and build your whole layout kinda like this. Pretty easy, pretty simple layout, just another vault thing. Fabricators, all your basically like necessities that you'll need for a base. We're cutting down time because we don't want this video to be too long, but anyways, let's move on to the hatch frames. Now go ahead and place your hatch frames kinda like this. Just do 3 on each corner, like so. Now go ahead and do the same thing, but down 3 layers. And then we're going to start doing our turrets. But this is how you're going to go ahead and put your turrets down. Only going to be using heavies, and you just place them down like this. Pretty simple, pretty basic. Works for the 100 turret design perfectly. And then we are going to go on to our second step, which is optional. This part is 100% optional, but I went ahead and built 2 foundations out just to help. with more like spam in a way, and it makes it a little harder to get into the base. So I went ahead and did this, put some turrets on the ground, and then put some stairs on those foundations. And then I covered the entire top with X seeds. I put 3 on each corner, and then 1 down below where these foundations are on each corner down here. But anyways, that part is optional, it's really up to you. But if you want to do that for like extra stuff, go ahead and do it. And then on the back of the base, I built a little quick craft station, which is just a chem bench, fabricator, and a smithy. Pretty basic, pretty easy. You have access to your indie and your grinder. But if you don't want this, you don't have to do it. First, let's start off by building a 5x5 foundation base. Again, sorry for the quality, that will be fixed by next video. Now go ahead and build an airlock like I've done for the last 2, and then place your walls like this. And now it's time to build the walls. Now go ahead and build the walls 5 high. This will be the total length that the walls will be built. Now go ahead and build the ceilings. Now go ahead and come on the inside and then place a little thing of like ceilings, kind of like that. That's going to be where we do our fabricator, and then go ahead and start working on your second layer. I recommend placing your fabricators down before you put your ceilings on, as it makes it a lot harder to work with. Next, go ahead and place your vaults down over here. Yeah, I know, did it in a weird order. Next, place your fabricators down like this. I recommend picking up your ceilings and then placing them down. I forgot to do that, and it turned into a mess. There should be a total of 7 fabricators on the top. Now let's go ahead and put our smithies down. There's going to be a total of 2 in the middle, and then go ahead and place chem benches on the sides next to that. It's a little tricky, you might have to demolish a wall to get them all placed down evenly and perfect, but there should be a total of about 5 on each side. Next, go ahead and place a feeding trough right here and 2 preserving bins on this side, and then on the opposite side go ahead and place 5 refrigerators down. And then we're going to move on to the second layer. Go ahead and get a hatch frame and place it right there, and then also put a ladder on it and then place a trapdoor. Once you come up top, go ahead and build a 1x1 right here. This is where our generator is going to go, and then go ahead and do your wires for this before you place down anything. This will help to make sure that you can put all your wires down and not have any issues after you place everything down. Next, go ahead and place your industrial grinder up here. This is optional, but for a 5x, you're still going to need some kind of way of leveling up pretty quickly. So I went ahead and put one right up here. Next, I went ahead and put a grill and a cooker up top. And then this entire side, you're going to have to put vaults. Doing the vaults is a little tricky. Oh, and also don't forget to put a bed right here. But anyways, the vaults are a little tricky. You have to get a certain angle to where they all can like even out and be placed on the exact same thing. But go ahead and do an entire vault wall right there, and then place some cryo refrigerators here. These are 100% optional depending on what kind of server that you're on. Next, I went ahead and double layered all of the walls on the outside to make it a little bit harder to raid, and then I went ahead and placed the hatch frame designs kind of like this. Pretty simple, pretty basic, very easy to do. This one is still only heavy turrets, and I was actually way under the 100 turret limit, surprisingly. So go ahead and place your turrets kind of like we did with the last one, and then we're going to basically be almost done. But before we do that, go ahead and place your pillars 6 layers up on the top, and then go ahead and put an indie forge on each side of it, like this. And then go ahead and place some ceilings, put some more hatch frames, and then go ahead and put some more heavies on top of those. And then you will be done. But this is what it's supposed to look like after it's done. Start by building a 9x9 foundation base. Now go ahead and build your walls 6 high with a 1x1 like airlock on the front like we've done for all the other designs. Pretty simple, except this one you will probably need grapples or quets or something, because building 6 walls high is just such a pain. I recommend using large walls, to be honest. And then I didn't layer it for this design, but you guys probably should if you're on a 10x. Now go ahead and build your ceilings and then just cover the entire roof. Now come inside and come over to the farthest wall, and then go ahead and then get to the third wall up, and then go ahead and build your stairs kind of like this. Make sure it is 3 away from the door frame, and then go ahead and double that on this side right here. Now go ahead and demolish this foundation right there, and then go ahead and build your wall right here. That foundation is where we are going to set our tech jenny, so feel free to go ahead and set it down right now. Once you have your walls built 3 high, go ahead and fill the entire rest of this except for where our indie forges are going to go and our replicator. Make sure it's on the stairs, make sure that it is only a 2x2 for the entrance, not a 3x3. I actually messed that up, so I had to go redo all that sadly. Now go ahead and place your indie forges. I went ahead and put about 4 of them, and then put 2 indie grinders next to them. It's really about all you're going to need. You should really not need any more than that. But anyways, go ahead and put your ceilings to fill in the rest of these gaps. If you're unofficial, you cannot do this sadly. But now, go ahead and place this one ceiling over here in the corner. That is going to be for our hatch frame in the future of this design. But now go ahead and fill in all the rest of it like this. After you put down your railings, go ahead and put down your replicator over here in this corner. Just make sure that it's not clipping through anything. Now, go ahead and place your deady storages like this. Just do a 4x4 for the deady storages. After you have your indie grinders down, go ahead and put a vault over there, and then work on your second vault wall over here. The vault wall should go almost all the way to the replicator, but still leave room to walk past it. Next, come over to the crafting area and go ahead and place down 5 fabricators. It's a little tricky to get it, but once you got it, it should work perfectly. And then next to that, make sure that they are placing vertical, but go ahead and place 5 chem benches next to them. And then in front of each indie forge, go ahead and place 4 smithies. So there should be a total of 4 smithies in front of the indie forges, and then that will complete our crafting station. Next, come up top and build 2 personal rooms like this, and then go ahead and build a 1x2 room where we are going to store our cryo refrigerators. Then go ahead and build these all the way up to the ceilings, then go next to them and build 2 more personal rooms, and then there's going to be room for a 3x2 right next to that is next to the indie forges. Go ahead and turn that into a hatchery, go ahead and put some air conditioners in it, a feeding trough, and then we're basically done with the upstairs. Just make sure to put your refrigerators right here. I only went ahead and put about, I believe, 4 of them. Did not put one right there. Yeah, I put about 4 of them. Then put some cryo refrigerators next to them, and then put 3 preserving bins right here. This is basically for if you're raising any dinos, you can go in there quickly, take some stuff out and feed them, or do your imprints, really whatever you need. And then you can also put the babies in here. Then come inside here, and then place cryo fridges. You can put however many that you want. Again, this part is optional like my last build. I put about, I believe, 7 or 8 of them, maybe 9, I'm not fully sure. But I put a good amount of them. And then now you're basically done with the interior. Now come up top and do the design that we've done for the other ones. Just go ahead and build 3 on each corner, except this one we did a little different. In the middle, I actually decided to put 1 hatch rim in, but push it in some. There's a certain snap point that actually worked perfectly that I've really never used on any design, which is this. So I just decided to keep doing that for all 4 corners, and it seemed to work pretty well. Next on the roof, I decided to build 4 pillars up and then put ceilings and some hatch frames on it. I guess you could kind of call this like a sky box kind of thing. I'm not really fully sure what you would call it, but overall it was actually pretty good. And next we're going to come down here and then go ahead and then place 1 layer of foundations around the main base of the actual base. Sorry, that sounded very weird, but you get what I mean. Let's move on to the next part. Next, go ahead and place 3 tech turrets on each corner on this layer, and then on the very top, I only put about 1 on each side. So go ahead and do that. The biggest thing I would say is don't forget these turrets on the side. They're actually very crucial and help the base a lot. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you're new, and hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget to go join our server's OC, which launched on June 4th. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.